It is man.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there. Mainly, I don't know how to operate a mouse. Okay. Um, Hello, everyone. Today is episode number 11 for Progressive Park, and I have good news to begin with. So, let me just get the good news on screen. And we are ready. Let me go to Bounding into Comics. The Devil is a part timer is getting a second season. And it may be going out soon. And you know what? I have the trailer on here and I want to show it without showing any audio. So let me do this. There we go. So, if you don't know this anime, is basically about a demon lord on Earth realm. He was on another dimension, a completely different realm, and he was the big boss. You know, he was about to conquer everything, to be the boss of everyone, and he got defeated on the last second. So he escapes to the Earth realm to try to recuperate, but since magic doesn't work on the Earth realm, or his magic at least doesn't work, he decides that he needs money. So he goes and works for McDonald's. And that's exactly how the anime begins. So, yeah, the second part will follow around whatever happens after the last big fight. And, I'm really, really happy for this. I'm Dude, this was one of my favorite anime in years. So knowing that it will be back is is actually good. I needed this. I needed a good minute of news. Just that. It's just that. Uh, Anime out of late haven't been the best. Haven't been the worst. We had 2018. It was a great and amazing anime year. It had amazing series. Then life happens. 2019 sucked. 2020 sucked. And 2021 sucks right now. So 2023, that's far. That's really far away, but it's only a year and a half away, so I can take it. I will try to survive to watch The Devil is a Part-Timer Part 2. And, well, now it's only left to Okami to Kosin-ryu, Spice and Wolf. That's another series that I want to see the third season. It ended on the second season without an ending. The light novel for Okami to Koshinryu Spice and Wolf is quite long, really, really long. And I mean, let me see if I can get the book on Amazon. Is humongous, but the good part is it's amazing. It's just amazing. The animation was great. The quality of the animation was great. The sad part is that, well, it never it never ended. That's the only sad part. The manga series, I guess, ended, and the light novel ended. The anime never ended, which sucks because I really love that anime. It was Holo is my perfect woman. It's that simple. She is smart. She's witty. Well, she is a bit complicated on her head, but I don't know any woman that isn't. So, but she's charming. She's charming all the time, and that's my main attraction to that series. The charm every single character has, from Enek the dog, um, and he only appears in a couple of episodes. To Horo and Lawrence, they are bloody amazing. Spice on Wolf novel, and yes, this is, if I can find it, because it's rare to find it now. Uh, Hardcover. There it is. Let me share. I won't be purchasing this anytime soon. This is the real issue with this. It's $2,500 for a book, and it's worth every single penny. And this was like $2,000 like a few months ago, and before that it was like 1,000. Before that it was 200. So it has been escalating quite a lot. Sorry, it's still worth every single penny. This anime is amazing. It's a masterpiece, and the light novel has a few issues here and there, but it's just amazing. This is a recommendation that if you get, the light novels can be found on single issues. I will go for this. I will go for this any day of the week. It's too much fun. It's oh man, but $2,500. That's too much. It's worth it. It's too much for me. That won't happen anytime. Maybe they'll get a second print or a third print. I don't know. That has happened before, right? And so I don't lose hope. I don't lose hope of owning this book, but it's kind of hard to think about it being that pricey, and it's really, really pricey. Okay, now since we are on anime news, let's talk about this. My Hero Academia. People are saying that Bakugo's mother is a bad mother because she hits on the head to this little asshole. This happened on Twitter the other day. And by the way, I'm flying solo because none of the people that I actually tried to get in were available. So yeah, I'm flying solo until further notice, and there you go. Okay, so it's supposed to be about child abuse, and let me read you this. Twitter users claim My Hero Academia is normalizing child abuse and domestic violence. They get roasted, and yes, they got really, really roasted. So, uh, the user posted to social media platform on April 28th, three photos showing Bakugo's mom slapping his head. Well, she was not really slapping his head. She was more like, that's not slap, or is it? Is more like a chop. Anyway, the scene occurs in the anime third season when All Might and Eraserhead are visiting the parents of class A 1A students and informing them they want to secure their kids in a dorm on the campus for their safety. And this happens right after in the anime. Bakugo had done a lot of stupid shit and he got into trouble, he got sequestered. Um, it was his fault mainly, you know. So obviously, his mom was enraged about it, and well, the kid is not apologetic. The kid actually doesn't even care about what's going on. He doesn't give a crap. So the mom chops, and you know what? I kid almost got his friends or at least schoolmates killed because he's a little stupid asshole. So he kind of got it coming, you know. If I were his parent, well, he will have been slapped the very second he gets to home because you cannot set a lot of people in danger. You cannot set a lot of your friends in danger in death peril because you are a little bit angry. His overreaction almost costed lives, and anything after that is fully justified because you know his mom is not even being aggressive. She teases him, she gives him the job, and that's all. Sorry, but yeah, a good slap on the face is quite quite okay in this situation, especially if you get people in harm's way because you are an asshole. So this is another non-issue. This is what the tweet said. Uh, My Hero Academia is normalizing child abuse and, and domestic violence. This scenario is not allowed in mother, and if you think this is normal for a mother to hit her son while he was calm and tell him that he is to blame for his recent kidnapping and making him feel worse, causing a lot of trouble. He caused a lot of trouble. And you know what? Sorry if in the US, in the USA, it's not okay to respond in this way. In Japan, it's completely okay. Sorry, but there's what the other day the Jordi actor for Star Trek said it was consequence culture. That's a bunch of bullcrap. Directly, that's stupid, idiotic. That makes no sense. Consequence culture is something like in Japan. If you screw up, you pay the consequences. Uh, you screw up, well, society will see that you pay. Like the police will get you. If the police doesn't get you, well, your parents will most likely, if you are young, will slap you silly. Um, that's quite normal there. And I won't say it's okay in every single instance. Actually, I do believe there's a lot of abuse there. But if your son gets into the Yakuza, okay, and he got himself shot, other kids on his group actually got murdered. Well, a slap is quite logical there. If not, the kid will never understand what happened. This is something that really happens in my society, at least a lot. The kid doesn't get the message that he did something wrong. He only thinks the world is evil. So he messed up and got someone killed or killed someone, and it is their fault. No, not his. That's not okay. That's never okay. So in this instance, in this particular instance, oh, I don't see, I don't see the problem. It's just a mom being a mom, and that's quite okay. That takes me to the societal issues on Japan, and that's something that I don't want to speak here. There's a lot to speak. Okay, parenthood on Japan is not going well. Big news. Parenting in Japan is not going well. Being a parent on Japan is quite hard. You have to work every day, every single day, without rest. You might fall asleep in the metro, or you might fall asleep in the train, you might fall asleep in your work, but you most likely won't fall asleep on your home because you are working. So the kids are actually right now under almost no supervision. So there's a bunch of kids that become Yankees, and no, not Yankees like in the Red Sox and that. No, Yankee is a word that you use for child delinquents. And there's a lot of gang violence in there. Thereafter, the kids go out of school. Some go to the yakuza because that's a profitable career if you want to follow the path of bashing people's head with the bat. But if you want to be a member of society, you actually have to calm yourself and become someone more moderated, more rational on your act. And that doesn't happen if you don't face a real situation where you have to change. And I had the pleasure to actually talk to someone that came to Ecuador that was in one of those situations. And he told me the reason that he was traveling was because he was almost killed on a gang incident on Japan. And someone on his gang actually got killed, which sucks. And he realized that they were not playing. For years, he thought, well, being in the gang, he thought it was a game. He was playing to be a Yakuza, playing to be a Yankee, playing to fight and be aggressive. Then reality came. So he took a job. He took a job for 3 years, got a lot of money, fled Japan. Just plain out fled Japan. He went out and tried his life. And part of what he told me is that his father figure, his father role model, was his Aniki, his older brother in the gang. That's how he ended up there. And one of the things that he told me was it was his family's fault, and his fault too. By the way, he was not escaping from reality, but he was being real at that time. That since their parents had to work to get him fed, their parents had to work to get him an education, to get him into all the extracurricular activities and everything. Um, he never saw them. Since he never saw them, he actually was angry about the neglect. He thought it was his fault that they were never there. And he felt neglected, he felt cast aside, got into gang violence, and ended up in that situation. And he was a good guy. He was well spoken. He was intelligent, quite educated. But at one point of his life, didn't had his parents around, so he wanted someone to be around, and his Aniki was perfect for that. That actually happens in Japan a lot. You have overpopulation, a short amount of land, and people don't really give a fuck about yourself or anybody else. Your parents might, your family might. That's their job. Their job is to keep you safe, or so it's supposed to be. But most of them don't get their family around. Their family is working, and they need to work. Is even if they have enough money to live. In society, you are supposed to work. You are not supposed to be a lazy ass. So there's a bunch of pressure from your peers, from everybody around you to actually work and work and work. Radicalized Ryan, how are you, man? And I was talking about hell to the chat indeed. I was talking about a situation. Okay, let me explain. There was this tweet about Bakugo's mother hitting his son, and it's supposed to be terrible. And I was talking about a friend of mine that I met in a hotel here in Ecuador that went into a gang. He almost went into the Yakuza. His Aniki died on a gang incident, and he ended up working and getting a bunch of money to travel around the world. And he ended up in Latin America, where in Ecuador I met him in the Hotel Sucre. And his story is just heartbreaking. He didn't have his parents around, so he trusted his Aniki. His Aniki got into the gang, got him into the gang, and their stupidity got someone killed, and he almost got killed. um, in that instance, if you get slapped, it's completely. I will be preoccupied if your parents get yourself out of the commissary. Your best friend just got shot, and they don't do anything. you know that's bad parenting. And for me, what's going on the United States, this softy way of caring for your children is not working. You have children that go and become SJWs, and SJWs are a burden to society. Directly, they are a burden to society. So, oh man. And by the way, radicalist Ryan, hell yeah. Yeah, I know this is not a happy topic. I started the stream with a happy topic that the devil is a part-timer. Hataraku o Mao-sama is getting a second season on 2023, and that will be amazing. That's just amazing. That's an anime that I love. It is exactly about people having to face that they need to work and they need to be part of society. And that's something that is actually going on a lot in Japan. The integration into society from people that are not quite ready, but they have to take the mantle. One day or another, you have to bring bread to the table. And the overpopulation, all the societal problems are coming together. The constitution in Japan is shit. It's shit. They don't know what they are doing, to be honest. Yeah, that's that. Okay, this is something else. Quite stupid too. Let me share the window. There we go. Following recent success, Star Trek audiobook producer Emmett Plant mounts another campaign to remove Big Mignona from Metroham Con guest list. That the platforming is not an option. I watch a lot of Gundam animes. I have watched a lot of Inuyasha and Code Geass. Code Geass is amazing. Code Geass is an anime. If you need a good watch, a good binge watch, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. Okay, Code Geass Season 1, Season 1, Season 2, and Code Geass the movie. It's the time of your life, man. It's amazing. The the plot, the characters, the design, the voice acting. Oh, you have them all on DVD. That's amazing, man. I love that anime. I love it. And there's a manga where Lelouch actually goes against the Britannian Empire without the geese. He never gets the geese. It's an alternate story, and it's amazing. That's something. If Hollywood gets their shit together, and this happens in the next, let's say, 10 years, and they get to do a full-on adaptation of Lelouch of the Rebellion, that that will be the next Star Wars. That will be what they want to do with Dune. It's so bloody amazing. Oh man. Okay, let's go with the article. Hot of the heels of his two latest successes in campaigning to remove Big Mignona from the guest list on the 55-year mission tour, Star Trek convention, and SAC anime. Roosevelt event, Star Trek audiobook producer Emmett Plant has now turned his effort toward achieving the same result from upcoming Metrodam Con. I'm reading like shit. I'm reading like shit. Oh yes, you have to check the manga Radicalized Ryan. Is I cannot describe to you the amazing plot development that God Geass has in the manga. Okay, so if you don't know what's going on, Big Mignona is a voice actor. He actually worked on Dragon Ball Z. He worked on a bunch of animes. And now he has been cancelled by the people that actually have done a lot of stupid shit. Like, just search for. There's audios that leak from Funimation about the Dragon Ball Z dubbing. Just search for that. Those are the people that want to cancel Big, and I'm against any kind of this type of cancellation. You did something that is not even relevant. You kind of flirted with a girl that was over the age of 18, and that's all. That's everything on the case. And they are canceling him the last 5 years, man. The last 5 years, they have been systematically destroying the life of this man. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me that this is from Star Trek. We saw that asshole that played Jordi, saying that is consequence culture. Consequence my ass. Consequence is Bakugo's mom slapping silly that motherfucker for almost getting killed some. This? This shit? He kinda flirted and not really. Yet they want blood. They want his head. Yeah, they are stalkers on a witch hunt. And that's exactly this guy had the wrong politics. That's all. Big Mignona had the wrong politics, and Vegeta will never be the same in English because of that. Yes, it's really a non-issue. A non, but yet people still try to cancel him, and this asshole keeps gonna see if I can talk to some journalists in Chattanooga and see if they are interested in reading 80 page of sworn testimony regarding the behavior of the dude handling Metro.com this week. If this is not in court, and this didn't proceed in court, it's a sworn testimony. And as I know, it was rejected. If it didn't was rejected, well, you might still present it in court and it might still hold any kind of weight, but not really. Ay, ay, ay. They are going for. Exactly. He's handsome. He got a lot of attention from a lot of ladies. And that's what I say. He kinda flirted because if if someone comes to you and flirt, you'll flirt back. That's just normal. That's something that you do. Yeah, they are twisted and rapid and warped people indeed. Next, if you saw the new designs, and I want to go to the Marble Twitter account for this. If you saw the designs, well, we had a blast yesterday at Nick Weiser's laughing at this, but I want to give another opinion other than just laughing. Okay? Why is this worrisome? There's not a single character in the whole design set that actually has any kind of masculinity whatsoever. Not toxic masculinity, masculinity in general. They have been castrated to this point. This is the reality. No matter what we do, Marvel Comics will go to this path forever. Why? All that we have heard that Caitlin Kennedy is going out, that people on Marvel is getting blacklisted. Well, this still happens all day, every single day, and they are still emasculating every character. By the way, Black Cat getting a symbiote—that's a stupid idea. Yep, they vacuum the masculinity out of every single design. You know, this is supposed to look like a gentleman. Then again, this is a current day gala, and he is using a combination that will be thought as queer in the 1800s. She is just Bayonetta. Prove me wrong. She's just fucking Bayonetta. This is just fucking Green Lantern, and he's still wearing a skirt. These designs are meant to diminish the masculinity even in characters that have a nice body build. They are quite amazingly powerful, Yet they have to look like sissies. Yeah, they radicalized Ryan. They we know this. They hate the straight alpha male. It's not only the straight alpha male. It's no longer about the straight alpha male. Oh, you're gonna get coffee. Nice man. Um, it's not longer about alpha males. That is like manliness in general, or they like to plagiarize. This is Fire Lord Zuko. This guy will Dancing Mambo number 5, I guess. Colossus has a camel toe. At one point, this is going to break. What are the. Yeah, but this actually happened. And they keep going and going and going and going. Oh, Mysterio. Mr. Sinister. It doesn't matter. It looks like Mysterio. What the fuck is this? Mystique looks like a hooker. Psylocke looks like a not so cheap hooker. Exodus. Yeah, that's what we need. A huge Exodus out of Marvel. Also, they are going with the Shang-Chi. I have never in my life seen a single comic of Shang-Chi. Free comic book day. You guys had it. Free comic book day. That's amazing, man. I will kill for a free comic book. Not even a day, a free comic book. Give me. And yes, they are still going for Big Mignona on other animes. And if this is a recommendation, Full Metal Alchemist, watch Brotherhood. I know the original series is amazing, and to be honest, it has one of the arcs is way better on the Full Metal Alchemist uh, anime, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is quite amazing. And this is the asshole that was trying to say that it is consequence culture. Libar Burton. And I have done a video about another of his colleagues. He was on Deep Space Nine, a gay called Manu Inti Raimi. First of all, those are two Inca gods. It's like calling yourself the Holy Spirit Jehovah. Yeah, that's it. The guy is so pretentious that calls himself the name of two gods. Fuck him. And I made the joke that there's this dish that we eat in Latin America, and especially in the Inca region. Cuy is guinea pig, just slaughtered like a rabbit, just like you will eat a rabbit. That is Inca. Manu Inturaimi is as Inca as a tofu burger. But now we have Lebar Burton saying shit that is consequence culture, and he was referring to the cat in the hat. But the cat in the hat, I know for a fact Japanese people love the fucking books. I have seen people cosplaying as Thing 1 and Thing 2 in Japan. So shut the fuck up. I know the whole issue was it's racist against Asian people. Have you ever sat down and talked to an Asian in Asia? Because you know what? If you talk to any race on the United States right now, they always say that everyone is evil. That's a societal issue in the United States. People are blaming other people for their problems. So asking someone from Japan or from China or from Korea or from Vietnam or from India or from, I don't know, Myanmar, that's a good way to feel what Asian people think about this whole thing. Because right now in the United States, what the media is telling you is that you have to blame someone for what's going on in your life. And Asian people do not take that kindly. They dislike that, exactly that. They overpraise it in a sense, honor, accomplishment. This real sense of virtue, of hard work, of doing things right for your community. So cancel culture is antithetical to anything that any Asian culture, especially Japanese, but any Asian culture is all about. Laziness is not part of life. It's that simple. And they fucking love Dr. Seuss. So this was dumb. This is a bunch of dumb, really dumb shit. And it's sad, you know? The US is mixing right now in anime in a bunch of ways, and you have Nanatsu no Taisai mixed with Stranger Things. Yep, Dr. Seuss. Dude, people in Japan love Dr. Seuss. You will be amazed, but actually, the rhymes that they have translated are more like lyrical. So you can actually sing Dr. Seuss if you read it. It's quite amusing. It's really quite amusing. It's still not haikus, but yeah, this is happening. Stranger Things and the Seven Deadly Sins. In what might be one of the strangest collaborations I have ever seen, a number of Stranger Things characters are crossing into the Netmarble's The Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. These people are so pathetic, Radicalist Ryan. These people are so pathetic. I think people are walking up through the future left. The future left. They go to the worse it gets from them. The okay, the further left they go, the worse it gets for them. Yes, and I have lived in a country that has faced socialism, so you don't want that. Trust me, you don't. You don't. You, plain and simple, you don't. Okay. Grand Cross. Netmarble recently released their last event that allows the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross players to obtain a number of characters from Netflix Stranger Things. This is what's going on. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Stranger Things is really popular in Japan. Why? Because the girl, uh, Mel, Meili Bobby something. I don't remember her name all the time. She is considered as cute, which is a good way for a Japanese man to say she's kinda hot, but not really. Sorry to tell you this, but that's the reason behind that. Japan loves Stranger Things because her. I have heard several people actually say that the boy is an Okama. Mama Susan, you cannot blame me for saying anything on Japanese. Sorry. And this mixture is stupid for me. It's stupid for me in several ways. But you know what? They like her. There's nothing you can do. And the Seven Deadly Sins already had that style. What really worries me about this is the fact that American media is getting mixed into Japanese productions. And that at this point on time is not good. Japanese media is one of the media that's left intact. There's even this communicate about you have to avoid people on Twitter that have pronouns. There was a talking on the parliament about the situation with censorship from the United States to Japan. Uh, Several mangakas and several anime directors have been in hearings because of this. It's not only not Rurouni Kenshin. Um, oh, fuck it, I forgot which mangaka was the first, but there has been several hearings in the Senate in Japan. They are preoccupied about external influence in their productions, mainly from two fields. One is Tencent, the company that's buying almost every single um, video game and animation studio, or at least a piece of their shares, so they can manipulate. If you don't know, they hold 10% on Nintendo, they hold 20% on PlayStation, they hold it was less than 10% on Microsoft. They own partially Activision, Blizzard, obviously. They own EA. They own Basically they own the video game market. That's a troublesome thing, and they have been censoring a lot of Japanese media for international release, but now they are asking for national censorship on Japanese territory. So if Netflix, that we know is a current company, is a company made out of SJWs and punks. If not, what they are going to do with The Witcher? The Witcher is dead. Netflix killed him. Uh, this worries me because there might be more than monetary connections. And I know how Japanese studios work. Uh, they tend to make not only a small business, they make it big. They get people around to move things. So in reality, what I'm seeing here is a company that I distrust. I strongly distrust Netflix messing up on Japanese media. Now you have a Japanese studio that is doing a crossover. Okay, if that's the extent of the deal, I have no issue there. If they try to censor, and if you haven't seen Nanatsu no Taisai, Leonidas gropes his love interest all the time. All the time. The day they met, he was already touching her in quite an inappropriate manner. And she enjoys it. And there's a reason on the anime why she enjoys it and why they have this connection and everything. It doesn't matter. The fact is that Leonidas is groping a woman, so that's something that happens in the anime. it might be an issue for cancellation in the future. There's a lot of reasons for cancellation in this anime. They have lollies, they have okamas, they have mamas that are actually okamas fully transitioned into a woman. So, and they are all take as a joke, by the way. Because it's Japan, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a flying fuck about any of this. And the seven deadly sins, if you don't know this, they are considered a Netflix original, but they are not a Netflix original. They actually are for the network. And then Netflix repackage the animation. They pay for part of the upgrades to the series, because normally when you are a series in Japan, you don't have much time to move around. Which means, in layman's terms, that you present a shitty product. Most of the anime that comes out in Japan doesn't look compared to what you will get on the Blu-ray or DVD release. For example, if you see Madoka Magica, the TV release, they didn't have the backgrounds, the movement, the characters looked terribly bad design. It was a mess. Then you see what is on Netflix and is on the Blu-ray release, and it looks glorious. That series is amazing to watch. It's a masterpiece on visual magic, just magic. But they had to rush the anime, and that's something that actually happened with the third season of Nanatsu no Taizai. And the animation is shit. It's terrible. It's just fucking terrible. But then the release on Blu-ray and the release on Netflix look actually quite good. Not amazing. It's not like the first season that actually looks amazing. It looks passable enough. Those changes have to get money from something, from somewhere. Normally, you'll get pre-orders. You get a bunch of sponsorships. So you fix the anime on post. You fix the anime on release, and everything is good. All right, that happens. That's how anime works right now. For more information on that, just Dragon Ball Super. This. Oh yeah, Lorena is having her celebration, so everyone, I guess there's only you, Ryan, left. Thank you very much for being here, amigo. And yeah, let's go to Lorena, because 2000 celebration is not small thing. Well, if anything, enjoy this for a second. This is what happened when you have to release an anime and you don't have neither the money nor the time to do so. That's what's happening in Japan. Okay, everyone. Let's go with the outro and see you soon. No, here. Yeah.
It is man